So, it turns out I may have been gone for 2 years, apparently. Oops. Probably wondering what I've been doing exactly for that long. A lot. So much life happened. So much life is happening, but basically, I'll just try to sum up what's been going on as quickly and officially as possible. Well, I know for a fact in 2018 I was working on my Redbubble, which took time, but didn't produce much funds, so I did have to do retail jobs, so naturally that takes up YouTube time. Oh, and yes, I did have that worst art class ever, college, where the teacher basically just, to put it shortly, that could be an entire video of its own, hated my guts, gave me a bad grade basically out of spite for telling on him to his superior for not being a great teacher, and I spent the entire next semester trying to get a grade appeal, which ultimately ended up not working out in my favor. And the whole thing was so stressful I had stomach pains for many months afterwards. So that was great. And of course, as I may have mentioned, house ended up basically getting too old and messed up to the point where it was literally cheaper to move than to fix it. And easier too, which, as I can tell you from experience from moving, is not an easy thing. It takes lots of packing, and of course, once my microphone stuff got packed, no recording. And then we spent like a month in a hotel, which sounds fantastic until you take into account that this is 5 cats and 5 adult humans, one of whom is very disabled, my older sister Caitlin, who I love, but who was not very happy with the situation, nor was anyone else really. It's possible to have that many people and cats in one hotel room, even if it is technically there's like 2 big rooms stuck together, but point is, it's possible. It is not ideal. It is a bad idea. If you can avoid this in your future, by all means, please do. I don't recommend it. But during that tour, we ended up acquiring a 6th cat, which was Kamazat's. Basically, my sister was doing work helping this guy with like stuff around the feeder, where there was a shed where he discovered a mama cat and her kittens, and so Mom was like, okay, go help him, round up these cats, but don't bring one back. She brought one back, but like no one wanted to be the one who was like, I mean, I know you just had to witness the mama get put down because she wasn't gonna live much longer anyway, and 2 kittens who are probably going to end up put down, and he's one of only 2 survivors essentially, but you should get rid of him. Like, no one wanted to be that guy. And so I was the one who suggested naming the weird bat-looking critter after the Mayan god of the underworld, and so we got Kamazat's. It turned out his sibling, who was kept by the guy my sister was working for, is a sweet little girl. Kamazat's is a sweet little boy, but he also explores the world of his mouth and bites everything. He did make the hotel more bearable, though. But yeah, we were supposed to get moved in by September. We basically ended up missing October and the spooky season by the time we got in. It then also turned out that the people who sold us our house lied about multiple things. Such as, oh yeah, all of the curtains and blinds, they're new and included. I am literally sitting in front of one of the many windows we had to buy blinds for, because they just somehow disappeared. We also could tell that they had probably never cleaned this place, like ever, because Kamazat's proceeded to lick dust off the floors as soon as he was introduced to the new home. Fantastic. So, for quite a while, we've been cleaning up the house, unpacking. I finally got my mic and stuff out, but if I wanted to put something on YouTube, I couldn't, because the Wi-Fi was not initially set up, and then when it was awful. Optimum is the worst, man. It's so bad. It doesn't make sense for it to be as bad as it was until we got this router recently, but it was awful. It was not good. But at least we got an excuse to get Netflix because their on-demand service was basically worthless. Oh yes, I also, thankfully before the hotel, because I can't imagine trying to do college work in that situation, I graduated from college and now I have an arts associate. I am officially art-educated. Huzzah! It has not helped me get any jobs. Oh well. In the meantime, things were going pretty well, though we did have 2 health scares with the cats. Kamazat's had a nasty fever, which I, after many administrations of medicine, and that I had to give to him orally, which towards the end of he was actively biting me to resist, he got better. Lucy had a sort of stroke, from what we could tell. She's pretty much better. She's a bit wobbly, but she's basically gone back to doing her usual Lucy thing, which is sleep. Mostly. She's not an active cat, which may be part of the problem. But other than that, things are going great. And then the Rona came. Like, at first it was, Corona time, but then all of a sudden, then we hear for a friend of ours, yeah, people are being crazy. Like, in South Jersey, there's, people break each other's homes for stuff. And I was like, okay, well, that's not great. And, of course, lockdown came into place. Earlier here than most of the country, actually, and so we stocked up on a reasonable amount of goods. Food we can eat. Because no one's gonna eat toilet paper casserole. That's not gonna happen. So we've been hunkered down, slowly going insane from boredom. But on the bright side, I finally had time to record. So currently, we've been locked down for at least 40 days. Ironically, despite all my efforts to get a job in retail between when we moved in and now, I got no one interested in my profile on Indeed before the Rona, but all of a sudden, just things go to crud. And nowadays, since the quarantine, every day, without fail, I get an email from Indeed being like, here's 1,000 retail jobs you could take. And I'm like, great. I have 2 older parents and an immunocompromised disabled sister who could easily die from this. Minimum wage doesn't pay enough for that. I'm also limited on art supplies for obvious reasons. The joys of being non-essential. But other than that, it's been great. I've had an excuse to play an ungodly amount of Minecraft, and I have Animal Crossing. That's something. But yeah, that's basically it. I have been inside different places. And ironically, basically have come full circle from staying in the hotel to get to this house to being trapped inside this house. Because it's not safe outside. Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to produce some things because I have literally nothing better to do with my life. Stay safe and have a good day out there. Bye.